Holy cow, I just discovered the music of Mississippi John Hurt, and that leads me to wonder, where has this music been all my life? Welcome to Rumble Book Club. I'm your host, Mike Hernandez, and this is the show where a normal guy like me can talk about interesting books I've read, old and new, good and bad. So if you like the show, you like the content, you like the books that I talk about, then subscribe right down below and follow us on social media on our journey to share awesome books with awesome people. That was really corny and overproduced, wasn't it? I gotta rewrite this show. Today we're gonna take a look at a really cool book that I finished about 2 months ago, and I'm really excited that I finally got around to doing an episode because now I get to share it with you. Today we're gonna take a look at Death in Mudlick by Eric Eyre. Quick note, I actually had to refilm this episode because I accidentally mispronounced his name as Eric Eyre, and I listened to an interview and his name is Eric Eyre. So, Mr. Eyre, I am so sorry. This book reports the massive grassroots struggle of local communities, newspapers, lawyers, and legislators in Appalachian America, predominantly in West Virginia, to uncover and gain restitution against the pharmaceutical companies pushing lethal amounts of pain medication into communities that needed only a fraction of the amount. So let's look at the aesthetics. I have the 2020 hardback cover, which has a modest photo of a small waterfront town with some newspaper style font here. It's actually pretty interesting. Moving on to the readability. Eyre takes an incredible amount of names, dates, and numbers and compiles it quite smoothly with a bit of narrative into a book that becomes not just readable but also really engaging. He makes sure to bounce around from number crunching and investigative work, the real nitty-gritty stuff, to personal stories and anecdotes about the actual lives of the people who are attached to some of these numbers. So it gives it kind of that nice balance between hard numbers you want to understand just to get to know the situation, but also getting to know the people so it doesn't become just this cold analysis. So as far as the readability goes, very strong score. 8 out of 10. So looking at the content, Eyre begins the story where his involvement became pretty much inevitable. At the time of the events, he was working for a small newspaper. I believe he still is to this day, the Charleston Gazette and Mail. In 2005, a local coal worker in West Virginia named William Bull Priest died of a drug overdose from painkillers he was prescribed due to a back injury he sustained on the job by falling off a ladder. When his sister Debbie began to investigate into his death and attempt to get to the bottom of his addiction and his source and the supply of it, it began to unravel a ball of yarn over 10 years in the making, which led journalists, congressmen, police, addicts, and lawyers alike to come face to face with the ugly opioid problem rotting America from the inside out. During this investigation, Eyre would find out that many pharmaceutical companies, including Cardinal Health and McKesson to name two, helped to supply small local pharmacies in West Virginia alone with millions upon millions of prescription pain medication. On its very own Kermit, West Virginia, a town with a population of 382, was shipped over 9 million pills in a 2-year span. Two pharmacies in a small town in Williamson, West Virginia, population 3,000, was shipped over 20 million prescription pills. The horrifying situation ripping apart Middle America was discovered to be a combination of negligence, corruption, greed, and cowardice that caused every level of the marketplace surrounding the prescription drug business to collapse on the heads of working class Americans, particularly along the Appalachian Mountain. The book is absolutely heartfelt, it's rigorous, it's intriguing, and it really forces the reader to reconsider his options when facing a problem with pain in the future. So as far as the content goes, I'm giving it an extremely strong score of 9 out of 10. I found this book at an Overstock store at an outlet mall in San Antonio, but it is available in stores at Barnes & Noble. This is just where I happened to find it, but you can find it at Barnes & Noble. You can also find it online. I would really highly suggest you buy this book. It is very informative and very well written by Mr. Eyre. The book is Death in Mudlick by Eric Eyre. Go out and get yourself a copy. Thanks for watching, everybody, and go read something. Hey RBC fans, if you want to support the show in our mission to share great works of writing with the world, scan the barcode to make a generous donation, and if you donate $50 or more and leave a book title in our comments, I'll even feature your book choice on our next episode.